In this video, I'm using the Marvelous Bodysuit as a donor item, and it ended up needing quite a bit of cleaning. So I'm importing the thread pans OBJ, apply my custom shader, and set it to high resolution. And then I'm going to use the script by Josh Darling to transfer from the Marvelous suit to the pants and replace source with target. And the transfer was successful. So I'm going to rename everything with a scene identification. So it's given it the same node name as before. I want to change that to the threads pans, and the same with the node label, and everything else you can just ignore. Click accept. Oops, gotta fix that. Alright, now I'm going to save it, and I'm going to save it into the same directory as the previous items. Call it threads pans, and then for the product name I'm going to call it threads01, because again I am going to be working on a couple of iterations for this. Okay, it's taking quite a while to save, so there's obviously a lot of info coming over from the Marvelous Bodysuit. I have a lot of info in there, so I expect to do a fair amount of cleaning up. Reload the pans after saving it the first time, so you've got a fresh copy. I'm going to fit it to Genesis. Alright. Now just running a quick test to see how well it transferred. If there's any major distortions. I'm going to have to do a little bit of cleaning up on side to side. Bend seems to be okay. Most of it seemed to have come over reasonably well, so I won't have to do a major amount of cleaning up. Alright, so there's a lot of info that came over with the bodysuit. I've got to go into edit mode, and a lot of this won't be applicable, so I'm just going to select them and delete them. Select all of the morphs, right click and delete, and same with the rest. Especially anything that's to do with the face or arms, which won't be needed for pants. So in the end, well, maybe none of these will be really what I'm looking for, because it's a little bit looser than the bodysuit. Right, presets. Okay, expand. These ones I might be able to use some of them. Won't need anything that's not relevant to the pants, so elbows are definitely not needed. Those are good. These ones didn't cover as well. Right, and then there's a fair amount of conditional grafts in there, and trying to delete them in there is going to be a long time, so I'm just going to go to the data directory, delete them straight from there. So now I'm resaving as 2, because I want to save a fresh data directory with only the files that I want in there, and none of the deleted files. If you save over the original one, chances are it's going to keep some of the morphs, if not all of them, and then you have to delete them all again. So I'm navigating to the data directory where I saved the latest version. Roll all the way down to base, and now I can start finding all the morphs that I don't need. Now it ended up to be a lot of them. I won't need any expression morphs or any of the conditional grafts, so I'm doing them section by section. None of the facial morphs will be needed. I do it section by section so that I don't accidentally delete a morph that I really do want to keep. None of the breast morphs will be needed. Those ones not usually saved in there. None of the expression morphs. They can all be deleted. JCMs for individual characters I don't need because that should kick in automatically. When you're done, reload the pants, and now it should be without all those extra morphs that was not needed. I'm going to move the adjustment morphs into one without into a group that's without the one in front of it, like in all outfits. And that finishes the cleaning up